Welcome to Efficient Tax's video on inputs. In this video, you're going to learn the 5 different types of inputs required for a proper Efficient Tax Portfolio Optimizer analysis. They include input process for portfolio creation, investor inputs, portfolio inputs, position inputs, and shares to sell designations inputs. In order to gain greater understanding of all the input required for an ETPO analysis, we also recommend you review the ETPO Analysis Inputs Explained document located in our education library. There are also tooltip definitions available throughout the website by placing your cursor over a name or label. So let's get started. We're going to start with the input process for portfolio creation. The first task is to create a portfolio and populate it with individual tax lots. This can be done 2 different ways. Either by manually creating a portfolio and inputting individual tax lots one at a time, or by uploading a portfolio generated from a third-party source like Advent Access, Schwab Institutional, or E*TRADE. So let's go to the Portfolios tab and name a new portfolio Thomas Jefferson in the name box, and click the Create button. Immediately, you will see the new portfolio appear. Then click the Select button to the left of the appropriate portfolio name. This will direct you to the tax lot page, where you will want to click the Add a New Tax Lot button. There, you will enter a ticker, click the box to identify it as a publicly traded company, and input the total lot cost, the number of shares purchased, and the date of purchase. Then click the Create button. This will take you to the portfolio page where you see the new tax lot. Please repeat the process for as many tax lots as you wish to include in a portfolio for analysis purposes. Once you've created and populated a portfolio, you are ready to submit the portfolio for an Efficient Tax Portfolio Optimizer analysis. Please review the website navigation video available in the Education Library for complete details on how to process an analysis. The second way to create a portfolio is to export a particular portfolio file from a brokerage firm's website or from selected money management software, usually created in an Excel or similar format. Upload the portfolio into the Efficient Tax website. Please review the upload instructions in the Education Library for a complete description on how to create and export a portfolio file for each of the file types that Efficient Tax supports in the upload process. Now, let's create a portfolio via the upload process. On the Import Tax Lots page, you may either create a new portfolio or replace the existing tax lots in an already existing portfolio. Please be aware that the upload process will overwrite or erase all existing tax lots in a portfolio before it replaces them with the ones in an upload file. So if an investor wishes to combine uploaded tax lots with manually entered ones, they should accomplish the upload first. Let's create a new portfolio named John Adams, and then import an E*TRADE portfolio by choosing a file to upload by browsing the computer. Now upload the file. Once completed, you will be able to view the new portfolio in the Portfolios tab. This may take a few moments to process. Once successful, go back to the Portfolios tab where you will find the new portfolio. Now let's move on to inputs. The first set of inputs are those that apply to an individual investor, the investor inputs. While in the Portfolios tab, you will want to click the Edit Defaults link beside the portfolio you wish to maintain. This will take you to where custom investor information regarding the account holder can be updated and saved. Investor inputs will include applicable tax rates, realized gains and losses, and other income offset. To make it easier, Efficient Tax provides default values as a starting point for investors. They should be modified to match a portfolio owner's individual input set of facts. In the same Portfolio Defaults page that contains investor inputs, portfolio defaults may also be modified and saved for future use. These inputs include a reinvestment rate of return, portfolio turnover, investment analysis time horizon, a minimum alpha, portfolio costs, and a selection of which price targeting option is to be used. Once saved, investor and portfolio inputs will automatically be populated into the main input screen, where they may be further modified for accuracy or simulation purposes before an analysis is submitted. Now we'll move on to position inputs. Once a portfolio is selected, tax lots have been chosen to be included in an ETPO analysis, and the Create an ETPO Analysis button has been clicked, the user will be directed to the Efficient Tax Portfolio Optimizer input page. From here, in addition to the investor and portfolio inputs that had been saved and which may be modified, all position inputs are available for review, changing, and for saving as user expectations. These inputs include market price, number of shares, price targeting information, a highest justifiable price, dividend amount and growth rate, a risk premium adjustment, and shares to sell. For complete details, please study the document ETPO Analysis Inputs Explained, available in our education library. You can also review the various tool tips for each input and output for a thorough understanding of each input. These are accessible by hovering your cursor over any label. There may be many reasons to sell a stock, not just for valuation reasons. For example, an investor may want to reduce their ownership because they have too large a portion of their portfolio invested in a single stock. They can reduce ownership either within a single tax lot or across multiple tax lots. Therefore, we offer two different ways for an investor to designate shares to sell. This is in order to take into account the anticipated impacts of a sale decision outside of an optimization process, while including the accumulating realized gain and loss values that are critically important and allowing a sale within a position made up of multiple tax lots. The first way is to designate how many shares within an individual tax lot a user knows they wish to sell. We allow users 3 different opportunities to make this kind of designation. In the Portfolio page, where all tax lots within a portfolio are displayed, the Input page, and even in the Results page. In this third area, a user may add or change a tax lot sale designation and rerun an analysis. The second way is to designate how many shares within a multiple tax lot position an investor wants to sell. An investor may have 1,000 shares of something across 10 different tax lots and wishes to optimize the selling of 300 of those shares. This Position Shares to Sell designation is done in the Selected Positions in Analysis section on the Input page, all the way to the right. All else being equal, short-term losses would be sold first, then long-term losses, then long-term gains, and lastly, short-term gains. However, it's important to understand that a long-term loss that is more than twice as big as a short-term loss may have greater tax savings and after-tax value than a short-term loss, even with a lower tax savings tax rate on losses. Therefore, there could be an advantage in selling a long-term loss before a short-term one. One banks dollars, not percentages. Please review the ETPO Inputs Explained document located within the Education Library for a more complete review on shares to sell designations. Well, there you have it, a summary of the different inputs used in an ETPO analysis. In the last few minutes, you've learned the 5 different types of inputs required for a proper ETPO analysis. They include input process for portfolio creation, investor inputs, portfolio inputs, position inputs, and shares to sell designations inputs. Please take a look at the other education tools located in our library. They will help you maximize your effectiveness at long-term after-tax wealth accumulation. Thank you again for watching, and good luck in the markets.